Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's about 2:30 p.m. here in Germany, and I'm sitting here reflecting on something that happened yesterday, and I want to talk about it a little bit. I know that some people don't like my talking videos. They would rather that I just stick to singing, and some people don't like certain songs I do. They would rather I just stick with certain types of songs or parodies or whatever. But as I've said many times, this is my channel and I feel like talking. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And then I may do a song too. We'll see. We'll see. So I want to talk about a couple of nights ago, I was reading CNBC. It was on Facebook. And I noticed that they had a link to an article about a woman who moved abroad and was offering her best tips to Americans. Now, I was interested because I live abroad, and I have for a long time now. I shouldn't have been surprised, but there were a lot of people who were chiming in on this article, and I don't think they even read it. It turned out that it had been written in March 2025, and I had actually read it when it was first put out. So, but it was about this woman who in 2009 was having trouble finding a job, and so she decided to move to Oman. Oman is a country that has one of the strongest currencies in the world. But she only gets about $44,000 a year. She teaches English and does editing and works as a travel agent. So she's been doing that for about 16 years, and she's pretty happy. And even though she doesn't make that much by American standards, her standard of living is low. And she has a fully furnished 2-bedroom apartment within a 5-minute walk of her job. It's about $650 a month. It includes utilities. She is able to travel. And yeah, she's far from her family and her friends and her homeland, but she's happy. Well, there were a lot of people who were criticizing her choice. And some were saying she should renounce her citizenship. Some were basically saying it was akin to treason, that this person was happy living abroad, was offering tips to other Americans. And I think these people didn't read and were assuming that she left because of Donald Trump. But that's not why she left. She left during the Obama administration because she couldn't find a job. I've been there. I know how that is. That's why I joined the Peace Corps. You know? And in fact, we're living abroad right now because this is where my husband found work. It was the first job he was offered when he left the military. And he's very good at what he does, and so we stayed. We've been here a while now. Well, I left a comment, and my comment was, I don't know why people are laughing at her. The USA is not the end-all be-all, especially now. And some people agreed. But then I got a comment from someone named Sherry. I looked at Sherry's profile. It didn't look very long because I really don't like to stalk people's profiles. But I noticed that she was from Colonial Heights, Virginia. And I know where that is because I'm from Virginia. So anyway, this person, Sherry, she says, still the best country or still the best place. If you don't like it, move. Oh, well, that really kind of pisses me off because what right do you have to tell somebody to move? I mean, if I'm a citizen of the United States, I have every right to criticize it. It's my country too. But I said, I did move, and you're wrong. Well, she came back later and she wrote, glad you're gone. It was later in the evening. She pissed me off. I gave her both barrels. Which I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have said, bless your heart, Sherry. you're obviously not a happy person, because happy people don't go around attacking total strangers on the internet for making life choices that don't involve them, that they have no idea what they were about. They don't say things like that to people they don't even know. But yeah, I have to admit, I kind of went there. I went for the worst thing you could call somebody. That's what I called her. And I left it up for a few minutes, and then I blocked her, actually, because I just can't get into it with people anymore about this. There are lots of reasons why people move abroad. It's not always just about the orange man. Sometimes this is where they find work. Sometimes people leave for family reasons. You know, maybe they married somebody who's from another country. Or maybe they just want to travel. Since when is it wrong to live abroad? And why wouldn't you want to live abroad? I mean, if you don't, then you don't. But honestly, right now, I would not want to be watching some of the things that are happening. It would really upset me. I would do it if I had to, but I don't. I mean, and we didn't come here because of Donald Trump. Obama was in office when we came here. So, that's not why we left. And just because I like living in Europe, that doesn't mean that you need to be nasty, you know. And I'm ashamed of myself because I reacted with nastiness. I don't think that is constructive. But I'll admit, for a minute, it did feel pretty good, because I'm as frustrated as anyone is right now watching what is happening. It's scary. And I was raised to have basic civility.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, God. I guess Siri doesn't understand civility. Like a lot of people don't understand civility. I was raised to be that way, and it isn't nice to call somebody the C word. It's getting harder and harder not to, though, because it's very frustrating. You know, some of the stuff that you see is just plain stupid, and some people are just mean, you know, and some people are Russian bots or professional trolls. It's really not good for the mental health, is it? So maybe it's good that my husband has decided to become an analyst as opposed to analyst. Anyway, I was a bit rattled last night. I was pretty upset. I shouldn't have been, but I was, I have to admit. Because I don't understand the mindset of just lashing out at people and being nasty to them. Total strangers you don't know anything about. Another person said I was not missed. You're not missed. You know what? That could be true. I don't even know if my family even remembers me. I haven't been home in 11 years. I think my mom misses me. My husband has a daughter that finally reconnected, and she's about to have her 5th baby. We talk to her on the computer a lot, but maybe she would like to see me in person. But to have some stranger just say that to you, you are not missed. I'm glad you're gone. Well, both of you can go fuck yourselves. Honestly, that pink hand, that's for you. Because, who raised you? But then, who raised me? I used the C word. That's not nice. She's in She's in the company of many C words, though, I would say. People like Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi and Caroline Levitt. And who else? I think they're the trio right now, the Coven of Cunts. Well, I think I probably prattled on long enough. I probably should decide if I want to do a song or not. But if you managed to make it to the end of this video, thank you for listening. I'll try not to be so long-winded on these things. And I know that y'all like my music videos, so I'll get back to that. But sometimes I do need to talk, and y'all should probably brace yourselves, because when my husband goes away next week, I'm going to have a lot of time for making content. So there may be a lot of videos, but maybe some of them will be smart parodies. I know I'm capable, right? So have a good Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. And we'll see you next video.